Good morning, people. Thank you for joining in with us. Of course, it's the end of the week. It's Thursday, right? Pre-Friday, and we enjoying some more of this tremendously hot weather. But I'm not complaining. I want to thank you guys for joining us for another fly edition of Real Talk with Carl and Charlene. And we love to see you in the house. Definitely tell us where you're tuning in from. Those that are tuning in live, drop in the comments, rep your city, rep where you're tuning in from. Also, drop your perspective, your comments, your thoughts, your questions. We want to hear from you, and we love and engaging, and we love to see you here, and we love to see you in the audience. We're a global show, so we know we got people tuning in from worldwide. We want to know where you're tuning in and chiming in from. Also, the same for you people that are hashtag replay. Maybe you're busy, can't get away, can't still away. Yeah, we here for you too. Drop it in the comments where you're tuning in from globally as well. Let us know your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Put them in there. We do go back and engage. We do go back and show love. We do go back and respond and network. That's what it's all about. For those who tuning in now, network with each other in there. Tag each other, learn about each other, network with each other. That's all it's about, real talk. So we expect to get it on. But you know I can't do it by myself. I got to do it with my amazing partner, my homie, my like partner in crime if he was committing any. What's up, Charlene? What's up?
What's going on, Carl? We commit crimes all
Oh
day.
no,
We
no,
hurt
no, no.
feelings in these
I'm in, I'm
streets.
in, I'm in, I'm in the legal realm. I don't understand
we
that. No
hurt
comprende.
we hurt feelings in the streets. That's the only crimes we do. The only crime we do is
Yes,
tell the truth.
yes, we do. We do hurt feelings. We do hurt feelings, but we bring it right. We bring it with the
True.
love and the attitude, understanding that we all want each other to level up. Right. I'm not in this to be like I don't want it all for myself or you want it all for yourself. We're all in here leveling up. We bring the people to you to help you level up. We give you tons of information. Cannot say you come to these shows that we produce every single week and not get something to move you forward. If you say that,
Come on.
it's just like I tell you when you're doing LinkedIn and you don't know people, you're not doing something right. So go back and check it out because we give you everything you need. So definitely drop it in. We love those who come by and support us. Big fans. We love you guys. Big Will in the house. Got to show some love. Will, I had a tremendous time on your show yesterday. We got to do a part three, four. Maybe we got to do a series because there
That
was a
was a good
lot of
show.
things. Our conversation was just like off the chain. And so many people from your network has reached out and connected with me. So I look forward to even grooming some more connections from that field. I haven't been in your area, but I'm coming in there now. So love that, love that. We also want to give a shout out to our sponsors. I don't ever say anything about our sponsors because Charlene has it down. She is so professional with that. You know, she has that sponsorship voice. You know how those commercials have that excellent voice that captivates you when you talk.
I
So,
want you to. I
so
wanted you to put your reverend voice on it. Because I saw you preaching at one of your conferences. I was like, well, he needs to do this for the sponsors.
yeah,
Lay
yeah,
lay
yeah.
hands on, lay vocal hands on the sponsors
Yeah,
and thank
we gonna
them
lay hands on them, right? Get them to move. So you know, definitely,
and
I
say
keep it.
thank you.
Yeah, so we can thank you. We definitely keeping it in there. We thank Will, not Will. I'm sorry, I got Will stuck in my head. Thank you for our sponsors that definitely support us, and we love to support them as well. We got our sponsor. Our first one, I think, is Russ and D Scott, right? The mastermind that we in.
Yes.
Yes, yes. This is a tremendous mastermind. I'm telling you that not just because I'm in it, because of the things that I take from it. I'm in it. Charlene's in it. A couple other people are in it. I won't name names to protect the innocent, but they're in it as well. We are definitely growing in this. We have these fire conversations. We learn from them. We share each other's perspectives, and we get into it. It is definitely a mastermind that you want to be a part of. Also with Russ and Scott. If you don't know them on LinkedIn, you're not doing LinkedIn right because they are both dynamic individuals who give you so much to think about, so much to carry away, and it's such an encouragement to be. So make sure that you join their mastermind group as well with Russ Hedge and D. Scott Smith,
Yes.
right?
Head on over to russhedge.com forward
Yeah,
slash business dash mastermind and you'll see the link, and of course we'll be dropping it, sharing it with you guys, and you could also connect with Russ and Scott and DM them too.
absolutely. And we're going to be checking and we're going to be dropping them in. And we definitely got to do it for my brother Martin, brother Martin Pat. He has his book out, the Black Toolbox, y'all. You want to get this. Yeah, I know it says Black Toolbox, but this is for anybody that can read. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He has some stuff in there that is really going to blow your mind. He gets personal with that, and he puts it in there, and he gives you an insight that you have not heard before. I can guarantee it. You haven't heard before. So learn what tools he got in the black toolbox. Learn how to use them. Learn how to succeed by using them. So get the autograph copy. Go and do your pre-order on that. It's $24.99. The black toolbox of Mark Pratt. And what's that link on that?
That link is theblacktoolbox.com.
Blacktoolbox.com. You can't get any more simple than that. Blacktoolbox.com. Y'all go
And that's
and get,
something else that Martin will definitely always talk about. When you say
yes,
something well enough and long enough, make sure you grab the hashtag and grab the URL.
yes.
Start building to protect.
That's it.
Always, always.
That's free info right there. Build to protect, right?
Yes.
All right. And who our next sponsor is? We
The
got
next
next sponsor.
sponsor is us because
Oh,
we have the
of course we
next
sponsoring
level.
us.
We have the next level business move summit
Yes.
where we are actually bringing 90 years of business experience to you all. And we want you guys to know, look, this is not just about one recession, two recessions. This is about anything and everything that comes around. You want to protect your business. You want to be able to build a business now with the mindset of no matter what happens, people already know your value, they know your worth, and they know that you're here for them. So why wait till the recession hits and not build it now? So that's what we're here to teach you. And that's September 24th at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're doing that via Zoom. And VIP, I'm pushing VIP. Why am I pushing VIP? I'm pushing VIP admissions because you get an extra 45 minutes with us, VIP only, where we deep dive in your business and we give you some strategic moves to take that is specific for you.
Yes, and you don't want to miss it, right? That 90 years is just calculated between us four individuals. Wow, that is an amazing amount of expertise on that stage, and you definitely want to take it into it. And that VIP is definitely for you. It is definitely for you. Don't think because it say VIP, you're not invited. We take a deep dive into what's going on with your particular situation, and we give you those strategies to recession-proof whatever you are doing in your business. It's guaranteed to work if we follow through with it, and we definitely want to share it with you. So go register today. The registration is open to September 9th. Nextlevelbusinessmoves.com. We'll see you there.
And the next thing that we definitely going to promote is us again. Because Mr.
Oh,
Carl, let them know what
yes.
you're doing to help transform these folks.
Yes, you got to get on. You heard it Tuesday when we had my man Chris Postil on, and he was talking about he wished he'd have knew about this transformation thing way ahead of time in his career. Well, look, you know about it right now. Go right now, register at carlshawnwatkins.com/VTP because I know you're ready to be transformed. I'm not even going to ask you that question. We're going to take you through 4 weeks, right, of transformation. Each week has a step. Each step it's going to take you higher, and at the end, we're going to celebrate the breakthrough right along with you. So go and register for that so we can get you involved, get you set up, and get you ready to move to the next destiny. Are you ready to be transformed? Register today. CarlShawnWatkins.com/VTP.
Yes, and me, if you know you are struggling, you have a struggle site, DIY maintained, and you are just done with it. You want nothing else to do with your website, hit me up. Let's collaborate. I am
Let's
more than happy to not only help you out with your website, help you build a new one, maintain the one you already have, but actually focus on the strategy that you need to make sure that your website is not a struggle site, but an actual digital marketing foundation for you. Your own platform, your own powerhouse. You don't want anybody else to even guess who you are. You're going to tell them each and every time they come to your website who you are, connecting with you, and building real relationships through your own platform on your own terms. So I cannot wait. And speaking of marketing, letting people know who you are, being confident, building that confidence, we have an amazing guest today, Miss Emily Lopez, and she's going to come and share not only her wisdom, her knowledge, but of course, how you too can connect and work with her. Hello, Emily. Good morning.
What's up, Emily? What's up? What's up? What's up? Every
Good.
time, it's the sunshine. It is the smile for me. Every post I see, all I just see the rays of sunshine. Not to mention you be wearing your sunshine and your spring, your beautiful summer colors. but every time I see that smile, it just lights up everything you post about. So I know it's exuding with confidence. So I want to hear about this marketing with confidence. Someone tell us who you
Oh,
are, Emily. Tell us about you.
yeah. So I'm so excited to be on your show. Thank you so much for having me. I'm
Absolutely.
Emily Lopez, founder of Elo Consulting. And I have been in marketing for over, oh my God, I'm almost approaching 20 years, which seems
Oh wow.
insane to me.
That's
But I love it. I love strategy. I love being creative. I love helping my clients like really tune into who they are in terms of their messaging, getting super clear on their messaging and helping them to project that into whatever industry that they're in. I mean, I've worked in tech space, I've worked with one-on-one coaches. So I've done a little bit of everything, B2B, B2C. And yeah, the last year or two, I've been really focusing, working with women entrepreneurs, helping them to really like hone their confidence and own their confidence and then showcase it in their business. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember first meeting you on through a challenge. We were doing video challenges, and then started to see you actually creating these videos, as these images of you having sunsets and taking these walks, and it was just awesome to see that,
Oh,
and to continue to learn how you're just using those techniques to market yourself, and then build that confidence and show others how to do it. Why did you become so passionate about that? What was it about marketing and doing it with that confidence that made you say, you know what, this is something that I need to not only build a business on, but actually show and demonstrate to others?
I mean, there's a couple different things. Like I saw the results from it, right? Like I said, I've been doing marketing for so long, more like traditional, like email marketing, event marketing, um, just overall strategy. And when I saw like when you humanize marketing and you put your face to your message and people start really interacting, because marketing is about having a conversation, it's about engagement. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, this really works. I love it, right? I'm like, I never tell my clients to do something that I haven't tried, right? Because I want to make sure that it works. I'm super results oriented. And then B, like I just became really passionate about it for especially for women entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurship is hard, right? Like a lot of times you come to the table with this great idea and then you have to be the marketer, you have to be the salesperson, you have to be the operations person, you have to be the finance person. And marketing, while it seems sometimes people think it's like, oh, you just put a message out there, there's so much more behind marketing that I just wanted to make it easy and fun and to show people and give them the confidence that they can do it, right? And you were talking about your event that's coming up, which I'm so excited for. And you were talking about like the recession, right? And every company is thinking about like what do they do to help get more clients, retain their clients. And a lot of times marketing is the first to go. Well, I'm here to tell you it can't be the first to go, right? It has to be the first thing that stays in your business. You have to showcase who you are because first, people need hope, right? People need to know that there is something more and something better, and you could be that person that brings it to them, no matter what service that you provide, right? People want to connect with people on a human experience, and that's part of marketing. So, like, marketing is showcasing the message and giving them hope for the future. So, I really am like pushing that people not stop on their marketing and get really crystal clear on who they're marketing towards and being very vocal about that.
Yeah, that was my thing, and I think the marketing when you think about the marketing, right? Captain Obvious, of course, with these heavy hitters to do it, like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, like they got this onslaught of marketing. Great stores like Macy's, Amazon. Like you think about these grandiose companies that had these tremendous amounts of resources to do this marketing, and not only to just do it but to do it so effectively that it continuously grow them. And I'm looking at it as an entrepreneur, whether you've been doing it for long periods of times or whether you've been doing it a few years like myself, right, in the business flow world and having my own, marketing can be a little scary. and it can be a place where you can really get lost. Like people used to tell me how great the internet was, how great Google was, and I was like, there's some great things about it, but I don't know how great it is because Google, if you search one thing, you can go way down the atmosphere of not knowing what you're looking at no more. So when you look at it from that place, and like we're talking about and keeping with the title, marketing with confidence, what are some of the things that you kind of keyed in on as being an entrepreneur and trying to market your specific services? Because I work with a lot of people, and even when I started with Charlene, even with that, she wasn't marketing who she was and the capabilities she had. And I didn't know how to market, but I knew how to open my mouth. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to find this out some kind of way. And we're going to collectively kind of try to do this, right? So I'm confident with saying what I know and letting others know how I know it. And she just knew how she knew. She was confident in doing what she could do. And I said, well, it got to be a mixture there where we can meet somewhere and we can put that in a circle and everybody can benefit. So how do you get to the point of saying, I'm just a small time person with a business, but I want to get it out there. I want to be able to market with confidence. What are some of the steps that we could do to go from ABC to not knowing me to like, yo, guys, here I am. Yeah.
Well, I mean, first thing I think is always mindset. I always go to this with all my. So if you know that you have the expertise in this particular area, own it. Know it. If you got to like do practices outside of your business to work on that, to grow in that and say, hey, like, yes, I am the expert in this. And it, even if like you don't have a degree, a lot of times work with entrepreneurs and they're like, well, I don't have a degree in this. You don't necessarily have to have the degree in it. You just have to know how the expertise is. And what is that? You're providing a solution to the problem. So get super crystal clear on your solution. And that's going to help you market, right? Anytime you're talking to somebody, they want to know how are you going to help me? And they're also thinking about how are you different than the competition, right? So for me, my confidence, I know that I've been in the industry for umpteen times. I'm a hands-on person. I know what I'm doing. I get my clients results. All you need to know is that you can get 1 or 2 clients results. And then you start putting that in your mindset, like, listen, I got this, right? And sometimes you feel like you don't have it. So you do this, you get in a group support system where you work with people who are going to cheer you on and say, hey, you do have this. And then when you have those bad moments as an entrepreneur, because we all have them, they're there to lift you up, right? So that first and foremost is working on your, and it's the willingness to like do things and make mistakes. Like, I think that's where I have my biggest confidence, where like I'm willing to be outside of the box, try different things. And if it fails, I'm like, okay, it didn't work, right? Like, one of the things with marketing is that marketing tactics are not necessarily always going to work for what you're doing, right? For marketing, it's such a broad term, but right? It's your brand. It's digital marketing. It's inbound marketing. It's outbound marketing, right? It's your website. It's pay-per-click ads. It's SEO, right? So that becomes so overwhelming. Focus on what you know, and then focus on 1 or 2 channels like LinkedIn. Don't go into all the social media channels. Focus on one channel. Learn as much as possible. Talk to different people and just keep playing until you understand it. And that's going to help you build your confidence. That's going to help you get your message out, right? Because then when you're like doing these LinkedIns, LinkedIn shows, posting on LinkedIn, you start getting feedback. Oh, okay, this we thought was a solution that people, if it doesn't resonate with people, then you get to shift. So it's a constant evolution, really just putting yourself out there. I've gone
I
all over
love that.
the place, but I felt really passionate to say it.
No, you hit it on the head, because I love that you said one. You said a couple of things. So one, that the first thing that usually people try to let go is the marketing, which is the death to me of so many people's businesses, because now you stopped allowing people to know who you even are. So what's the first thing that people do when it's a time of crisis or whatever? They go to the places that they remember. A lot of small businesses were struggling because they couldn't get people to come in the doors anymore once the pandemic hit. But who wasn't struggling? Amazon, because Amazon was known. They had either from a little nail that you needed to put in your wall to a actual washing machine or whatever. Amazon made it at their business to for you to know they carried everything and anything, and they didn't wait until a disaster hit. They were doing that all along. So all these small companies that were struggling, a lot of times they were also fighting a lot of the recommendations and trends that people kept trying to tell them. Get online, start getting your face out there, even if it's one social media post a month, one blog post a month, but do something so you're making a dent in people not knowing you, right? So when you're saying to us that, get strong in what you know, that's where I had to learn too. How can people not only get strong in what they know and talk about it, but talk about it with passion, talk about it where people aren't bored, people are like, you're just another one of thousands. How can we show that passion when we're marketing?
I mean, I think it's twofold. Like I look at what other influencers are doing. I look on how they present. Like I look at how they show up. I look at how their audience looks at them, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are so many businesses that are very similar to what you may be doing. Look at that. Look and don't look at it as competition. Look at it as market research. As a small business owner or as a business owner, you have to be scrappy on how you get your information. Look at these big companies that are putting millions of dollars into their market research and say, okay, like, yeah, this is working. That like now I'm going to take that piece, whether it's like how they do their inbound marketing. If like you're getting emails and you see subject lines that you really like, oh, this might resonate with my audience. So do that from a market research and take kind of that field. Then like you just like to show up on video. We started doing this training group a while ago, right? We're practicing getting on video. My first video, I was like horrified. I was shaking before I started, right? But then like it became the second video became a little easier. The third video became a little bit more easy. I'm a little bit more easier or easier. Fourth video, right? Until like I started to get into this groove. And guess what? I'm still sometimes I come onto videos and I'm just like, oh Lord, like what's gonna happen? How am I gonna show up? But then I remind myself there's one thing. It's like I let my message be greater than my fear, right?
Hmm.
I am like super passionate about helping not only women but people like show their truth, and I believe I can help them show their truth, who they are, get their message out there, and that I'm passionate with my clients. And it's funny because I work in the tech industry, and I've been like telling clients, we got to get on video, we got to get on video, and they're still like really timid. So I get it. Like it's scary because you don't know what people are going to say and how they're going to react. But that at the end of the day, this is your business. This is your livelihood. Like you what your strategy is, and you have to be willing to like get out of your comfort zone. And I think that's why people love working with me is because I really help them to be vulnerable, but also kind of step out of their comfort zone and doing it in a really safe environment. And we like kind of go through things that you can do before you go. You can just practice if you're scared of going on video, 5-day challenge for yourself. Every day, create like a small 30-second, 1-minute video just for yourself. Then you send it to one or two your just practice doing it until you get ready and say, okay, here, I'm ready to go live, right? And you just keep working through it.
Yeah, and I love that because I heard last night through Gabe. A lot of you guys would know Gabe on LinkedIn. He was talking about he was on the show with our other LinkedIn buddies. But I just wanted to get to this part. He was speaking about a challenge that's going on right now. It's a 31-day challenge. And a little bit of what you're saying with the practice, they're actually, when I signed up because I wanted to, one, try it out, but two, see how it was being run. And it looks like they're practicing with each other, which I love. So I think something like that would be like so awesome, to have a space and a safe space where you can do something like that. And then you get used to being on that camera and you're practicing with people around you, giving you that feedback and stuff. I thought that was awesome. And it resonated so well with what you were saying for us to practice more.
Yeah, it's literally is a practice, and there's so many fears that are going to come up, but as you like start going through one fear, like, okay, I did that, it just becomes easier. It just becomes
Yes.
easier, and know that you can do it. I always tell myself, I can change anything in like 90 days. Like, 'cause it's 90 days. Typically, it's, they say 90 days is to create a new habit. So try something for 90 days. Don't give up on like month one. You're like, oh my God, nobody's liking my video. That's okay. Keep on going. 60 days, you get more comfortable and you start getting more likes. 90 days, you start getting more engagements. Like, and that's going to help build your confidence.
And it's
Yes.
going
Ask for
to,
feedback, ask for tips, like reach out to your
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I put that in there, and I always like to share that because my first video, it took me 53 times, and I count that, and I have saved a lot of that storage on my phone, in my Google Photos, just for that remembrance, and that keepsake kind of thing. Because a lot of times I looked at that, and the person that I was in the group with, and I told them that I'd done that so many times, and then we chuckle at it now, like almost 3 years later. It's like, yo, I see you all over LinkedIn now. It's like I can't keep you off of people's shows and doing lives, and it becomes what it says, and it says with fear. And I say this a lot to my clients and potential clients that seek to work with me. Once we get past, and I tell them that you never see what's once you get past that vulnerability piece of that fear piece of that understanding of worrying about judgment of that, and we're so conducively caught up in what someone thinks how we are, how they view us, how someone else will see us, and we empower so many other non-factors with that with that empowerment over our life and direction, right? Yes, it may be fearful to point the camera at you, at your own self, or talking to the screen. I know, I'm telling you from experience, it was horrifying. I could talk to you, I can talk to people, I can even talk to a screen talking to people, right? And I'm like, okay, well, what's really the differences here, Carl? But like, put it together, bro. What's the problem? Talk to the screen as if people are on the screen, right? It's a mental thing, and we oftentimes create those blocks with fear. But now it is fun. Like, I love the engagement piece of actually being on video. I love the engagement piece of actually talking to people and seeing their responses and stuff. And Charlene brought up a great point that I want to hit on. Truly, these spaces that you find that develop and help you mature and cultivate that growth, take advantage of those spaces. Like, put it all in, because I've been in some of these groups before, and I'm not calling out groups. I'm just saying those how to work them. I've been in groups and I've joined people things, and I'm like, I don't see participation. I don't see people like going in. I'm like, well, what do you come for? What do you used to tell used to tell kids that in school? They used to load those stuff and didn't pay attention to teaching. All right, what you come to class for? You could have did that outside. Why is you disrupting in here when other people are trying to learn? We need to be away from that afraidness and say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna fail at this. How many people fail? How many times Edison fail before the light? How many times so many other ones? I don't want to call out names. How many creators failed before they got their thing on? And like Charlene was saying about Amazon, I'll say this and I'm done. Amazon was like I think I read something on their financials. He took a loss 15 years before his company went into black. So this man Bezos, yeah, now we talk about him doing space and all this kind of stuff. He dropped 15 years of money into Amazon before he even saw a profit. Can you imagine that? So you think about, you want to do a video. Can you imagine how many it's going to take, how many it's going to cultivate before you get to the other side? So yeah, I just want to add that to that.
So one of
Here,
the things, I
here.
mean, yeah, I was just gonna say, so one of the things from a marketing perspective and a strategy perspective, I always like to hit this home when I talk to everybody about marketing, is its consistency. It's the long haul. So before the pandemic, we used to go by a rule like it takes that 12 touches for someone to really start to know you and trust you. And that's going to be like part of your buying process, the know, like, trust factor, right? Pandemic came, everybody's on, everybody's giving you all their content. It is now about 30 touches, right? 30 touches for people to start to know or like you. So you have to consistently show up and provide the content that your client needs. When you are hyper focused on what your client needs and you're showing up, they are going to love it, right? Because they need it. There's so many different changes out there that they need to know the expertise that you are providing them. And then another thing that people tell me all the time is that I'm scared to do it. I need it to look perfect. No, you don't. I tell people, I give you the permission. You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect. You just got to show up, right? Because people respect that. People respect, like, oh, I stumble, I may fall, but I get back up, right? That makes me like more connected to a person because I know they're real. Like I tend to gravitate to people who are real and don't fake the funk. And when I see somebody coming on and being all like, it's very prescriptive, I'm like, do I really trust them? No, I want to see like the mannerisms. I want to see them like, wait a minute, let me really think about this question that you're asking me, because then that makes me feel like I'm really connected. So I want to do video, which you should get into video because video is key for marketing right now. Is I want to give yourself permission not to be perfect. Just show up day after day.
See, and sometimes it feels easier said than done. But
All the
I
time
do
it
want to
does,
also,
right?
I definitely want to add to that. And then, Emily, I want you to address one of the questions that a lot of people want to know. But I think also we get stuck thinking there's only one type of way to do video. There's tons of different ways to do video. You can do video voiceovers. You can do the audiograms where you're just talking and you have a photo showing up. You can do video where it's pre-recorded, so you can mess up as much as you want. So like Carl said, he did it 53 times before he's like, yes, this is the take I want. You can
No, I
you
was at
can
a
do it
deadline. That wasn't even a take. I had a
right,
deadline.
53
The
times.
person
I'm
that,
like,
yeah,
nah.
man. And
no, the
then you
person I was with was on me.
you could also do lives, and there's different types of lives. You can do lives where it's just you and the audience, or it's just you, or you pre-record and send it out live, or you have a conversation like how we have with panels and people else coming on to have a discussion with you. There's so many variations, and I want people to keep that in mind. Don't always look at someone else. And there's like courses all the time, yes, but don't just take whatever they're saying in that course and think that's the only way you can do this. No, see that there's other ways you can do that same tactic, but just deliver it differently. That's how you can market and stand out. So I wanted to definitely say that. And Emily, folks want to know, do you have one-on-one sessions with folks?
Yes, definitely. So you can contact me through LinkedIn. I know my LinkedIn is kind of scrolling through at the bottom. So just private message me and we will set up some time to do one-on-one for consulting. So it can help with marketing strategy, content creation. I do a lot of mindset work. I do a little bit of everything. Like I said, I've been in the business for so many years. I work from B2B to B2C, and some people may know, but I'm also kind of an integrative nutrition coach. So I have a holistic health background. So I'm all about mind, body, spirit connection when you're doing business.
And she
And if
is
you
thorough,
like the
y'all.
tips that I have, if you like the tips that I have, I also do a digital growth live show where we talk to other women entrepreneurs. We talk a little bit about marketing, but we also talk about the mind, body, soul perspective and how you bring joy into your day. Because Carl, you said I'm always smiling. It's just life is a real true gift. And I don't have always positive moments. I've had dark moments. I've had crazy stuff happen to me in the past, but I just always am grateful for the moments that I've had, the lessons that I've had. And I think it's really important to have gratitude for everything that we have.
And it's
Nice.
genuine too. I've had talks with you. We worked together, and I've been in your presence, and it is nothing phony about the smile. Because sometimes people, people are crap their smiles. I got a news reporter here in the city that I watch, And I happened to run into them doing a story down at the shore in New Jersey, and I had just had this just like thought of them as just this incredible reporter, smiling, genuine, bringing the news, whatever. And I ran into them down there, and they was like, I was like, what? You're not even the same. Like, so that's a put on. You're not even genuine. Like, I changed the channel because of you. I watched you for like years, right? But you never know what people, what people are. There's something that's cultivated. It's a cultivated character that they have on that they show you that's out there. But I can say that you're truly genuine with that. So whoever works with you on a one-on-one, they're definitely gonna get a jewel in that part. Now let's get to this marketing. Now when we doing this marketing, and we out there because I'm trying to give me tips too, y'all. I ain't no ace marketer, so I'm trying to give me tips too. When we doing this marketing and we having these strategies, what are some of the things that you think works well with strategies? I know we talked about having the confidence to do it and having the confidence because a lot of people are confident in talking about it. Maybe some are confident in showing up. Maybe they have maybe a touch of each individual aspect. But how do we kind of put that together and say, just for me, ABC, I'm starting to, and I just want to talk about some of the things I got, and I want to let people know, and I want to be on this platform to show them. What are some of the ways that I can get really ingratiated if I say, okay, Emily gave me these steps. Like I can go do that today. Like I want to talk about my stuff right now. I cannot do that.
I think from a strategy perspective, I always work backwards, right? I think every business owner needs to understand the numbers of their business, right? And I'm a goal setter, right? So every quarter, what am I looking to do? Am I looking to attain 2 clients? Am I looking to attain 100 clients? That is going to help you scale out what your marketing efforts look like. Also, take a look at how much revenue you want, right? Like, and I'm going to make it really simple. If I'm looking to get $100 in a month and I'm spending like $500 in marketing, is that really a good return on investment? Right. So you got to look at strategies that are also in line with how much you're making and how much you want to. A lot of times they work with people and they want to do like digital marketing strategies and they want to put $100 in, $10,000. That's not. So you have to look at the numbers. And if you don't know the number, really get really clear on what the numbers are. Wait, am I still streaming? I see like an error message.
Yeah, you're streaming,
Okay,
but you're breaking up.
Okay. Not sure why. Magic work.
Come on, Reverend, pray on this stream.
Yes, we getting the delays, yo, but y'all getting it in. It's in the comments. Don't get it twisted. Y'all getting this. Y'all getting this. This good work in here. And what she's saying with the strategies. And yes, I do see a lot of those strategies come in. So not only you giving those strategies, right? You're really giving those business tips as well, because the business piece of that I think is a lot of times missed. And I know. I mean, you say, well, you don't start a business, how you miss the business, right? Because we're so ingrained of working for others. So those are capacities that we don't develop or even develop in ourselves of understanding unless you're in the business part of where you're working, right?
Yeah.
For the most of us, we're worker bees. Like just let's get it honest. 90% of the workforce is worker bees. We putting an backbone to lift up other names. Let's just put it out there how it is, right? So we're not in those rooms where it happened, where we can get the understanding of this plus this divided by this moves this. We don't get those kind of equations of saying because marketing, because we are equivalent marketing and you spending money to talk about you or talk about your brand or talk about your products, right? It is so
Yeah.
far more than that. Then that even the strategies using of it, like because Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. I put a post on Instagram the other day, and it was out there about an hour. They're gonna send me back a message. This post is doing 95% better than the post than your other post. I'm like, how? It's been out there an hour. How can you even tell me that information, right? Because they's like, we gonna give you $500 in Google ads. I was like, yeah, sure, you're gonna give me $500. Yeah, wink, wink. I know you are. So it's such a rabbit hole that you could go down on fundamentally, and you want to get your name out there. You're trusting. You got a lot of novice business owners that don't know the business part, but know that they can do what they can do. What are
Yeah.
some of the things for them
Yeah.
guys to say, okay, Emily, I don't really know that part. You're the smart one. You telling me strategies, ROIs, and all this. I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take it one. I mean, and when you're see, every business is different. So that's how I
Mhm.
go into working with clients. Like every business is different, every goal is different. But I think one thing was looking at what the numbers are, right? Because remember, at the end of the day, that it's about the numbers, and people don't necessarily equate marketing to the numbers. But the amazing thing about digital marketing now is that you have the analytics. So any platform that you're using, you can use the analytics. The second thing I think goes really hand in hand. What Charlene does is about your brand, right? It's about getting crystal clear on what your brand is and what you're providing, the results that you're providing. I always go back to the results and always go, okay, if you don't know the target brand, then you are marketing to the wrong people. I mean, if you look, I think on LinkedIn, how many millions, maybe billions of people are on LinkedIn, or just like kind of overall social media. If you know you're not, you only have to get five clients, and you're saying work with all women entrepreneurs, I'm going to even say it myself, that you have to get crystal clear on what that message is. So like I work with all entrepreneurs from a digital marketing standpoint and strategy. So I'm drilling down little by little. So when you're looking at your target market, make sure that you keep on drilling down. So when you create your messaging, it's super in sync with what that person needs. The mindset of what does a small business woman need, right? She has limited time, she has limited funds. So how do I craft my messaging that is going to like resonate with her? And when you're creating, I like to do when I'm creating messaging, I like to talk to like one person. That's how I do when I'm creating my marketing pieces. Like I'm talking to one person because that's very personal. It's not like I'm not trying to hit the masses, right? When you try to hit the masses, that's where you're going to start getting into trouble. And then from your perspective, vulnerability, more and more people want to like have this human experience, want to see who you are, want to see how you show up. And again, like it's a perfect combination between vulnerability and brand, what you both are doing together. Is because in order to create your brand and in order to differentiate yourself, you have to be vulnerable. Like you got to be vulnerable. Like it's just people see that when you're talking, they see that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's why we came up with a credible vulnerability, because from both standpoints, you would think, ah, do those even go together? They do.
Hand in
And
glove.
and when we talk to corporations, I'm glad you mentioned it. Even big entities need to create a human experience. That's where the vulnerability comes in. That's where people start to allow their employees to be faces. A lot of companies are asking their employees to be brand representatives now, because they're looking for faces who can connect to their audience, who can connect to the people and speak on their behalf in a positive way, of course, but in a way to make sure that the clients and the audience that are listening to those messages that they're crafting are actually landing, because they can see a person. People are tired of these bots. As much as we're saying, yes, bots help automate your life, people are tired of bots, of looking at some random and not knowing, where are you located anywhere I am? Do we have some type of connection? Would you understand my pain? I tell you I'm frustrated, but are you reading from a script? Are we can tell, and that's how we lose that faith in companies. That's how people start moving around. The loyalty is not there for a lot of industries, because people are ready to move if they don't feel connected to you, if they don't feel like you connect to them and realize that you're dealing with humans, not just a check that comes in and allows you to meet your bottom lines anymore. Folks don't want to deal with companies like that anymore. So I'm glad you made that a connection to marketing.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it, loyalty. Well, that's where it's about. Like you need to have loyalty with your current customers and people who may be interested in you, because if you think a business is going into recession, it's going to be about the connections that you create, the relationships that you create. Your marketing is about building relationships. And guess what? Marketing is about putting out the message, but it's about creating the relationship behind the scene. So sometimes people say, well, like I do all this brand marketing and I don't get anywhere. Well, it's twofold, right? Are you doing the work behind the scenes in order to have the traffic to everything, right, that you're creating? So again, there's like the strategy, you have to look at it from a multi-dimensional or a multi-prong approach. It's just not very singular and focused. So you have to see how everything is tying together. And what always ties things together is your call to action. Like, what are you driving people to? So that's one of the things from a marketing standpoint. Like, we're creating all these different pieces of content, but if you're not driving someone to a specific place, like my LinkedIn page or my website, right? If you're not driving people to a free video download or a free handout, you lose them, right? People forget to ask that it's about business, right? So make sure you're thinking about what the call to action is, your free one-on-one consultation. Make sure you reach out to me. And you do that every once in a while, because as you're building this following, you want to keep on driving to them to the next step of wherever they are in their journey from you. And know that they not purchase from you now, but in like 90 days or a year later, like you've done all the work. You may not even need to talk to them, understand who you are, what you provide, what the solutions are, and they're coming back to you. So think about your marketing in that standpoint. Like, it's doing the selling for you.
Yes, and Farah wanted to know, did you ever read the one-page marketing plan? It was recommended to her by someone.
I have not, but I will look into that this week.
Yeah, I read it like a
Thank
while
you.
back, and it's still something that I'm taking in, because I think a lot of them have the same strategies. It's just the way that these authors or consultants really help you understand the concepts, because a lot of the concepts are the same.
Yeah.
It's just how can you grasp it, and then that's where you are talking to your audience. That's how you talk to your people. So if you're doing marketing, if you're a consultant who helps people with I don't know, SEO and branding and all that, websites, of course, like there's a ton of people who do what you do, but you speak to your people in a certain way. You allow them to understand how you work, because you're gonna execute it differently. And are you going to get the same results? A lot of times you do, and a lot of times you don't. But that's your difference, is what really makes you stand out, is how you're getting those results. So marketing is always about making sure that you get your name out there. So before we wrap up, definitely once again, Emily, tell the folks not only where to meet you, but how is it to work with you? Because we rave about you, but what do you want them to expect when they come to you? Because when we start sliding into your DMs, what should we expect after that?
I love it. I tell all my clients, expect to have fun, expect to get results, but expect to be uncomfortable. Like, I'm real. Like, I want any business that I work with to get more clients, to get more awareness, to really just feel comfortable in their own skin. And it's a ride, it's a journey with me, right? I'm not very traditional in all my methods. And I think I've spoken to Carl, like, because I have a holistic background, right? And I do a lot of different things, but I am super serious about what I do and getting my clients results. So you could definitely reach out to me on LinkedIn, DM me. But we will really look at your business, right? I look at every business as a unique business, and I say, how do we get creative about your business? What I bring to the table is 20 years of experience. So I've seen different things work in different capacities, right? Not all marketing is the same. Not all marketing tactics are going to work for you, right? So we take a look at what your budget is, what you really want to spend, and what you want to get. And I'm going to be realistic with you. Like, yeah, you may need more money. Yeah, you even really need to do this. And I'm going to show you some hacks, right? Some business and marketing hacks that you can use, because I really, at the end of the day, want to support small businesses, right? There are so many different resources and free resources out there that are going to help you. That if I can give you a free resource that's going to help you, I'd rather do that than like charge people a bajillion dollars to like with something that I know that they could get for free, so they can put in their business and help others. Because at the end of the day, I usually attract people who are really outgoing and want to make a difference in the world, and I want to see them succeed.
Love that. Love that.
Awesome.
That are going to help you. If I can give you a free resource.
What is that?
That's me again.
Okay. Jumping right back in.
I told you it's going to be fun. You never know what you're going to get with me.
Yes, you never know. And
Yes.
it is fun. We've had a session, we've had a talk, we've had it. And I'm just saying it from realistic views. I was like, wow, it's nothing like working with someone and you get done with them, or even having a conversation with someone and you're just like, wow, that was really worth it. Because like a lot of times I do a lot of Zooms, and sometimes it's just nothing against the people that I do them with. Just some Zooms is like, wow, I probably could have spent that half hour doing something else, right? And there's no too much an indictment on the person. I'm just being real. This is real talk, y'all. This is what we do. And I was like, well, I just thought that would have went so much better. Like, but it's all learning. I did learn some things about them. I learned to stay away from them, if not one of the other things, the great things to learn. And I learned what that I had that doesn't work for them, and vice versa, right? So there's always learning in that. But you get the aspects of saying, now I'll work with Emily. Emily is fun. Is what you see now is what you're going to get. So don't think you don't get there. She's just this stoic professor at the end of the day talking about something. No, okay, let's get to business. She is the same way, and I don't vouch for everybody. So you know that if I'm talking about it, it's good. I'll put my word on everybody's neck, because a lot of people have you falling from the tree when you talk about them, for real. So there's definitely that. Emily, we enjoy you having on. You guys have been like blowing it up. Like you guys have been blowing up the comments. Definitely go chime in and check in with Emily. Like she got her YouTube and she got her IG. And you think she's funny on here, check out some of her videos she does. Her bubbly smile. It's just a joy to see. So we want to make sure that you all that are scared, afraid, kitty cats, you know what I'm saying, nervous about showing yourself on video, shit, you showing on video, shit gets you out there. Oh yeah, and of course Shannon, yes, part two. Shannon always talking about part two. Shannon is gonna be the curator of part two, because she love to get us on these parts too. We giving you guys the information for real. It's real talk. We have not spared anything from you guys in the year plus we have been doing this show. We've given it to you. We're giving you great discussions, great topics, great tips, and great plans. A lot of people on here have given you actually plans. If you were listening,
Action steps.
they gave you steps to say, okay, I can jump and do that in my business right now. Right now. See, because I asked them questions. What can I do? When I stop and hit pause or hit click or hit end, what could I do to make my business better? This is what we give you guys. This is what we give.
Yes. And I did a typo. So even though you see it says follow Christ on IG, she does miracles.
You got to follow Christ too. Yeah, follow Christ too.
She does miracles, but her name is Emily. So make sure you follow Emily.
Yeah, follow
Christ
Emily.
If you want to, but follow
if you following
Emily
Christ and
on
you trying
IG.
to do and you trying to work with her, and you following Christ and try to work with her, he'll make you get to Emily. Okay.
Yeah, she does miracles. So let her work it out with you.
Yes.
Well, you know what I love about that
Mhm.
is that I every year I have like a motto, and my motto this year is miracles. So I love it. So that is actually just for me.
Real talk.
Nobody else. To have be open to the miracles that happen in life. So I love it. Thank you.
See,
Yes.
we get real talk, we get spiritual talk, we get all talk. You just go. As my man John say, go in peace. Yes, John. We gonna definitely go in peace, John. We gonna definitely go. So follow Christ as always, but follow Emily as well. IG. Want to make sure we clarify that, because she want those miracles to happen for you in your business and in your life. You'd be surprised how much confidence you feel in what you're doing when you're having a strategy together that puts it out for you. It's nothing like having a playbook and actually seeing it executed. Man, that brings joy to your eyes when you see the hard work that you do manifest itself in others. And she can help you get that done.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been so fun and such a pleasure. And hi to your beautiful audience. It's been such a great
Carla.
time.
Yes, Carla. Carla said she got a two for her. She got one follow Emily and Christ. She said, I like it. I like that. Our audience, well, I tell you, our network, our audience, we love you guys. We couldn't do it without you guys. We do it for you guys, and we do it with you guys in mind. So definitely continue
Yes.
to support us. Go and check out the YouTube channel. Go need subscribers. I know we haven't chatted about it a while, but we definitely still need your subscriptions in the YouTube channel. We also need you on the LinkedIn page as well. We got a business page, a showcase page, should I say? That showcase, and we're gonna be, it's all under construction, but be there. Get there, because you don't want to be left behind on a lot of the new things we got coming out, because we passed season 1, so we already in season 2. Well, we done about 10 seasons, but we're gonna officially put a name on it because we going into the next phase, right? The business summit. So y'all ain't seen nothing yet. We moving.
Yes.
Real talk.
Yes.
Real talk.
Cannot wait. So thank you all one more time for being
Yes.
here with us, always supporting us. You know, Carl and I, we do Credible Vulnerabilities on Friday.
Tomorrow.
This Friday, it's about to be on and popping because we're going to do a good 30 minutes. We might even start early. I'm going to have to talk to Carl, but yeah, we're going to start only because I'm also going to be a special guest on our
What
friend
about this
Igor
being on
show.
shows? Like,
And you know, got to get the people with the won't, Carl. I'm just playing. I'm just saying. So yes. So just so y'all know, heads up, but make sure you are at their Friday Credible Vulnerability, because we talk about this, and it's my month. August is my month.
Yeah,
So we
she's
talk about
talking about,
websites.
you talking about websites. I'm just gonna, have my little 2-3 cents maybe to add on that. But she is her. This is her month to shine. You guys chimed in, and we love the support you got for the month of July. How we carried you on that vulnerability journey, that leadership journey as well, and mesh those two together in a marriage. That is definitely something corporate should be on the lookout for, and put that into your organizations. It starts with you.
Yes, and this Friday is going to be about the number one killer of websites. So you got to be there to find out what it is. So okay,
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you guys
that's
for
I
how
love
we
showing
the
up. We
teaser. I
love
love
y'all.
the teaser.
that's how we doing it. So
It's
have a
good.
great one, everybody.
Brooklyn is in charge this month, guys. Buckle up.
Strap up.
See
Strap
you
up.
guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.
Real Talk with Carl and Charlene. Real talk for the real world. Let's get it.